Ever wished you could have, like a super smart assistant? One that could whip up anything, like a research report or even a travel itinerary.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we're getting closer with AI, but, and here's the catch, you've got to know how to talk to it, right?
Right.
That's where prompt engineering comes in. And in this deep dive, we're going to explore a powerful technique called cognitive verifier prompts based on Deborah Pruseth's work.
So it's like teaching the AI to double-check its own work before it gives you an answer.
Okay, that sounds pretty useful.
Yeah.
So let's imagine I'm asking the AI to write me a recipe, say, for the perfect French toast.
Okay.
Where do these cognitive verifier prompts come in?
Well, think of it this way. You wouldn't just hit send on an important email without proofreading it, right? Cognitive verifier prompts are like that proofreading step for the AI.
Okay.
So in the case of your French toast, instead of just asking for the recipe, you'd add a prompt. Like, after you list the steps, make sure you haven't missed any crucial ingredients or cooking instructions.
So no more burnt or soggy French toast because a step was left out?
Yeah.
I can definitely see how that would be helpful in all sorts of situations, not just cooking.
Exactly. And Pruseth outlines several templates for these cognitive verifier prompts, each designed to address a specific type of potential error. So we've got accuracy, completeness, like with the French toast, relevance, consistency, bias detection, practicality, and comprehensiveness.
Wow, that's quite a list. So how about we pick a couple of these and really break down how they work?
Sure.
I'm particularly curious about consistency and relevance. Those seem really important in a world where, we're relying on AI for more and more things.
Great choices. Consistency is all about making sure the information the AI gives you lines up with what's already known.
Okay.
So, for example, imagine you're using AI to get investment advice.
Okay.
A cognitive verifier prompt focused on consistency might look like, check that the advice you are giving matches up with how the market has performed in similar economic situations in the past.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
It's like saying, don't just tell me what sounds good right now. Make sure it actually holds up against historical data.
Precisely. Now, for relevance, let's say you're asking the AI to brainstorm solutions for reducing traffic congestion in a city.
Yeah.
A relevance prompt could be, make sure each suggestion you give is actually doable in a busy urban environment.
So no recommending solutions that would only work in a small town with less traffic.
Exactly. The relevance prompt helps filter out ideas that might be great in theory, but don't fit the specific context you've provided.
Yeah.
And these are just two examples.
Sure.
But you can see how each of those 7 templates can be applied to refine the AI's output in a different way.
This is already blowing my mind. I'm starting to see how carefully crafting these prompts can really make a difference in the quality of the AI's responses.
Yeah.
It's like you're turning it from like a simple tool into a thinking partner.
That's a great way to put it, but there's even more to it. Pruseth also offers some best practices to level up your prompt engineering game.
Okay.
For example, instead of just using one of these templates at a time, you can actually combine them for even more precise results.
Okay, so building on what we've already learned, like with that investment advice example, could I also add a prompt to make sure the advice is tailored to someone who's close to retirement?
Absolutely.
So it's not just consistent with market history, but also relevant to that specific person's situation.
It's all about layering those prompts to give the AI the clearest possible instructions.
Right.
And Pruseth's second tip is all about challenging the AI with follow-up questions once it gives its initial response.
Oh, interesting. So it's not just about giving the AI instructions up front, but also about engaging in a back and forth to really refine the output. What kind of questions are we talking about?
Well, there are 3 main types. Questions that challenge assumptions, questions that seek out alternative perspectives, and questions that focus on the evidence behind the AI's claims. So, for example, you could ask, what are you assuming to be true in this situation? Or how might someone from a different background view this? Or even what data supports this conclusion?
I can see how those questions would force the AI to think more critically and go beyond just providing a superficial answer.
Yeah.
Like you're pushing it to really justify its reasoning.
Exactly. And that's where we start to see the real potential of prompt engineering. By combining carefully crafted prompts with strategic follow-up questions. You can turn the AI into a powerful tool for exploring ideas, solving problems, and making more informed decisions.
This is incredible. I'm already starting to see how these techniques could be applied in so many different areas of life.
Yeah.
We've covered a lot of ground already, but I'm eager to dive even deeper.
Right.
What else does Pruseth have in store for us?
Well, it turns out that these cognitive verifier prompts are just the beginning.
Oh.
Pruseth actually describes an even more advanced technique where you flip the script and have the AI ask you clarifying questions.
Wait, the AI asks me questions?
Yeah.
That sounds fascinating. Tell me more.
We'll get into the details of this technique in the next part.
Okay.
But essentially, instead of you giving the AI all the instructions up front, it first asks you a series of questions to really understand what you're looking for.
Okay.
So imagine you're telling the AI, I want to plan a weekend getaway. Yeah. Instead of immediately suggesting destinations, it might ask you things like, what's your budget? What kind of weather do you enjoy? And how do you prefer to travel?
So it's like having a personal travel agent who takes the time to get to know your preferences.
Exactly.
Before making recommendations.
And Pruseth provides a flexible template that you can adapt to all sorts of situations.
Okay.
From trip planning to business strategy.
Wow. I can't wait to hear more about this advanced technique. Yeah. But for now, let's take a quick break to process everything we've learned about cognitive verifier prompts.
Okay.
We'll be back soon to explore the next level of prompt engineering.
Sounds good.
Okay, my brain is officially buzzing with all these prompt engineering insights.
Yeah.
We've learned how to use cognitive verifier prompts to add, like a checking step to the AI's process, right?
Right.
And how to combine them with follow-up questions for even more refined results.
Yeah.
Now, I'm really curious about that advanced technique you mentioned where the AI actually asks us questions.
It's a real game changer.
Oh, wow.
Pruseth calls it the Socratic method of prompt engineering.
Okay.
Instead of, us bombarding the AI with instructions, we let it lead the conversation for a bit, just like Socrates did with his students.
So it's less about giving the AI a detailed to-do list.
Right.
And more about engaging in a dialogue to help it understand what we need.
Precisely. Remember that weekend getaway example? Let's say you tell the AI, plan a weekend trip for me.
Okay.
Using this advanced technique, the AI might respond with something like,
okay,
to suggest the perfect weekend getaway, I need a little more information. Could you tell me about your budget, preferred weather, and how you'd like to travel?
It's like the AI is saying, hold on, before I jump into planning mode, let's make sure we're on the same page about what you're actually looking for.
Exactly. And the beauty of this approach is that it forces us to think more critically about what we're asking.
Right.
We can't just throw a vague request at the AI and expect amazing results, right?
Right.
We have to be active participants in the process.
I'm starting to see how this could lead to much more accurate and personalized outcomes.
Right.
If the AI truly understands our needs and constraints, it's more likely to come up with solutions that actually fit our situation.
Right. Let's say you're using AI to help you write a marketing campaign for a new product. Instead of saying, write a social media campaign for product X, you could start with, I need help promoting a new product on social media.
And the AI, using this Socratic method,
could
respond with questions like, who is your target audience?
Yeah.
What are your marketing goals? What's your budget? And what's the unique selling proposition of this product?
Exactly. By asking these clarifying questions, the AI gathers crucial information that will allow it to tailor its suggestions to your specific needs.
Okay.
The resulting campaign is going to be far more effective than something generic that was created without that deeper understanding.
This is such a powerful shift in thinking.
Yeah.
It's not just about feeding the AI the right keywords.
Right.
It's about teaching it to ask the right questions.
And the benefits go beyond just accuracy.
Okay.
Pruseth points out that this method also leads to a deeper understanding of the topic at hand.
Okay.
By engaging in this back and forth with the AI, we're forced to think through the nuances of our request.
Yeah.
Which can lead to new insights and perspectives.
It's like the AI is helping us refine our own thinking in the process of trying to help us.
Precisely. And that leads to the third benefit.
Okay.
Increased confidence in the AI's responses.
All right.
When we've been actively involved in shaping the conversation, we're more likely to trust the suggestions the AI ultimately provides.
That makes sense. It's like the difference between blindly accepting advice from a stranger versus taking recommendations from a trusted friend who understands your situation.
Exactly. So you can see how this Socratic method really elevates prompt engineering to a whole new level.
Yeah.
It's not just about getting the AI to do what we want.
Right.
It's about collaborating with it to achieve better outcomes.
I'm starting to see prompt engineering as less of a technical skill and more of like an art form.
Yeah.
It's about crafting the right questions.
Yeah.
Guiding the conversation.
Right.
And ultimately working in partnership with the AI to unlock its full potential.
That's a beautiful way to put it. And the exciting thing is,
this is still a relatively new field. There's so much more to explore and discover.
So where do we go from here? How can our listeners start putting these techniques into practice?
Well, the first step is to dive into the source material we've been discussing.
Okay.
Debabrata Pruseth's blog and guides are packed with practical examples and templates that you can start experimenting with right away.
Okay.
We've included links to those resources in our show notes.
That's a great starting point. I know I'll be spending some time on that blog, and I encourage our listeners to do the same.
And as you start experimenting, remember that prompt engineering is a journey of continuous learning and refinement.
Right.
Don't be afraid to try different approaches. See what works best for you, and most importantly, have fun with it.
That's such an important reminder. It's easy to get caught up in the technical details.
Yeah.
But ultimately, prompt engineering is about unlocking the creative potential of AI and using it to enhance our own thinking and problem-solving skills. Exactly, and who knows what incredible discoveries await us as we continue to explore this exciting frontier of human-AI collaboration.
I can't wait to find out. This deep dive has been an absolute revelation. We've gone from the basics of cognitive verifier prompts to the advanced Socratic method, and along the way we've gained a whole new understanding of how to interact with AI effectively.
And as we wrap up this episode, we want to leave you with a final thought-provoking question to ponder.
Okay.
How might you apply these prompt engineering techniques to the challenges and opportunities in your own life?
That's a great question to leave our listeners with. As we've seen today, prompt engineering is a powerful tool that can be applied to a wide range of tasks and situations.
Absolutely.
Whether you're a student, a professional, or simply someone who's curious about the future of technology, there's something here for you.
And remember, the future of AI is not something that's happening to us.
Right.
It's something we're actively shaping with every prompt we write.
Right. So go forth, experiment, and discover the incredible possibilities that await you in the world of prompt engineering.
Absolutely.
This has been an incredible deep dive.
It really has.
Into the world of prompt engineering.
We've only just scratched the surface, but I hope you're starting to see how these techniques can really, empower you to get more out of your interactions with AI.
It's like learning a secret language that unlocks a whole new level of understanding.
It is.
And collaboration with these powerful tools.
And remember, the journey doesn't end here.
That's right. If you're eager to explore further, be sure to check out Debabrata Pruseth's blog.
Yeah, great resource.
You'll find the link in the show notes.
It's a goldmine of practical advice, templates, real-world examples to help you master the art of prompt engineering.
As you continue to experiment and refine your skills, remember that AI is a constantly evolving field.
It is.
So stay curious, stay adaptable, and keep pushing the boundaries of what's possible.
The future of AI is being shaped right now, and you have a role to play in it.
So go forth and write some amazing prompts. Who knows what incredible discoveries and innovations you might unlock.
Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep diving deep into the fascinating world of AI.
Thanks for joining us on the Deep Dive Act